Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Darcy F. Ogondaga, CEO at Radio Media, live from the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm so happy and excited about what I'm about to teach today. I will try to do that in 15 minutes, because it's so important and so crucial to what we're going to talk about today. And it will just highlight a lot of frustration. I meet a lot of people, they have a gift. They know exactly what we need to talk about. They have the expertise, but there's something missing. A lot of people online teach you how just to do a lot of activities without a system. A lot of activities without a system. And if you don't have a system in place, it will be impossible for you to profit from it. Okay? So I will give you five keys that we're really going to help you. Like a lot of people talk about it, but from those 5 keys that we give you for free, the most important part is that when you will join me through the link below and get in contact with me, and then we will schedule a session and to figure out how we can help you globally. Okay? So are you ready? Take a notepad, turn off your phone, and we'll go for it so you will learn what to do. It's not about if you want to monetize your expertise online, it's not about just doing videos and being on TikTok. Is more deeper than that. You need to have a system behind it. And I will give you 5 keys will make that system strong, okay? So number 1, you need to have what we call a content strategy. You need to have a content strategy. I will go back and, really break it down, what I mean when I say content strategy. Number 2, you need to have a podcast monetization system. You hear what I said? A podcast monetization system. Not having a podcast only. Having a podcast monetization system. So important. Number 3, the power of having paid webinar. Paid webinars. Very important. Paid webinars. Number 4, why you need to build a community outside social media. Why you need to build a community outside social media. And number 5, why and how to franchise your mind. Why and how to franchise your mind. Okay, so number 1, content strategy. How and why having a content strategy is very important. There's a lot of gurus let you know that, hey, all you have to do is just, be consistent, take your phone and start videotape something online, just get your phone and that's it, man. You got your phone and go online and do what you have to do. See what I use? That's the iPhone 4. So they talk about the strategy used to work in 2010. Now in 2023, with AI, there's a new way to teach marketing. There's a new way to produce content. There's a new way to position yourself with content. What is important is just not activities. Your content is part of a marketing strategy. You don't market the content. Your content is marketing. Okay? Your content is marketing. Very important. I really want you to follow me on that. Okay? And then you have to schedule. You need to have what we call a calendar for your content. Do not post whenever you want because you need to build trust. People, if they don't trust you, they're not going to buy from you. You can be the best coach, the best guru, the best expert in real estate, in credit repair, in business, and marketing, and publishing. But if people don't trust you, they will not invest in you. Okay? Very important. You have to catch it. You have to catch it. Very important. Number 2, you need to have a podcast monetization system. A podcast is not... Where's my headphones here? A podcast is just not having a microphone, having a mic, and some headphones. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Darcy Ogondaga podcast. I know, I got a great voice. I know. It's not that. It's not just having the look or talking to yourself. Yes, I really understand what's going on. Yes, in a relationship, what you have to do, you have to make sure that you hear from God. And when you hear from God, you know that this is a woman that God himself send you. Stop talking to yourself like you're talking to someone on a podcast. This is not that. A podcast is a new version of a radio show. Okay? It's a new version of a radio show. You have to structure a podcast, and you need to have a spot where when your podcast is over, when you send people, it's not just like social media. It's got nothing to do together. It's still a tool, but it's one of the most powerful tools if you have a podcast monetization system. And I explain to that, if you schedule a time with me and you will see exactly the way we set up your podcast, so you can literally, especially with me, literally reach the globe. Okay, so we're not gonna have a back and forth like it happened a few days ago about that young guy who said like NBA is not a global competition, and people say, oh my God, it's not. And I will explain to that, what it means to be global for real. Okay? So you need to have a podcast monetization system. So your podcast need to bring money, not just views. Your podcast need to bring money. And there's a way to set up your podcast so you can make money with your podcast from the first month when you start creating your podcast. Okay? Then, paid webinar. So important for you. Paid webinar. You see, we're online now. There's more than 200 nations on Facebook. So if you know how to market and position yourself, you can have a successful paid webinar live when you teach, you interact with people at the same time than try to have a physical event somewhere. I'm telling you, I don't know if you ever created a conference. You have to spend a lot of money, a lot of logistics. It's very successful when you know how to do it, but I'm telling you, nothing can beat a paid webinar, especially when you have the right software that you can use to do that. Capture your leads and everything is so powerful. I mean, something I did all year 2020. I went around the world virtually, and it was so powerful. Okay? Then, number 4, build a community outside social media. My friend, I'm telling you, after 2016-17, they changed the algorithm of social media, and unfortunately, you can only reach less than 1% of your audience when you go live, unless you talk about a trending topic or something, something like, entertainment. But if you talk about business information, you're going to reach less than 1% of your audience when you go live. So you cannot really build your community that you really want it unless you develop a strategy to build a community outside social media when you really go deep into what you teach and people can really acknowledge what you are doing and stuff like that, and they want more, and it's a better setting outside social media. Okay, what you do on social media, like I'm doing now, is more like an infomercial to build some value, give some tips. So if people really want more, they have an idea to what you can offer, and then they ask you really how they can get more from you and what type of services do you have. Okay, very important. Build a community outside social media. Number 4. Number 5, you have to learn how to franchise your mind. Now, franchise your mind is that you can leverage your expertise through one-on-one coaching. Number 1. Number 2, group coaching. Number 3, you can write a book. Number 4, you can create an online course. Number 5, you can have a mastermind where you meet weekly, monthly, twice a year, once a year. That's how you franchise your mind. And again, all that you need a system. So whenever you drop content, whenever you do a live, whenever you do a blog post or social media post in any platform, it brings people back to the system. Do you have a system? Do you have a system? And if you cannot answer that question, you need to click the link below and make sure that you shoot me an email or schedule a consultation with me so I can break it down for you and we can build a system where you can reach the globe. We have a team of people. We can translate your content in French, in English, if you don't speak English, in Spanish, in Arabic, in Hebrew, in Mandarin, in Japanese, in Korean, and the list goes on. And you can become a true global entity and be able to reach people all around the world. And I will finish with something so powerful. Some people who don't really know about international market, they don't understand that there's less than 25% of the global internet population who speaks English. Let me repeat that. I will slow down, bring my mic close to my face like I'm doing a podcast and talking to myself. Like, let me see, I'm talking like, act like I'm talking to somebody. Can I do that? Do you know that only 20%, about 20% of the global internet population speaks English? So it means that 80% of the global population on the internet do not speak English. It means that if your content is only in English, you leave so much money on the table. So much money on the table. So much money on the table. There's no one big author that you know, from Robert Kiyosaki, from Brian Tracy, from Les Brown, to whoever people that you see in the space for the last 20 years. I can give you a Robert Kiyosaki example. His book, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, and that's some stats from years ago, translated his book in 54 languages and sold 26 million copies. That's what I'm talking about. And I know number one on Amazon for 2 days is cute, but we have to go beyond that. You have to become a global bestseller. That's where the real money is. This is the long game, and this is how you build a global brand. And you can make money for years because now your book is being read in so many countries that sometimes the country you've never been to that country, but your book, your online course, your podcast, your content been to that country, and you can leverage that if you have a global system to connect everything. So my name is Darcy Ogondaga, CEO of Trillion Media. I love it. I was able to do it in 12 minutes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hi to everybody watching me live now, and hi to everybody who's going to watch replay. Okay? For more information, go to darcyogondaga.com/social. If you don't know how to spell my name, you're not sure, this video right now being syndicated over LinkedIn, my 2 Facebook pages, YouTube at Darcy Ogondaga, Instagram at Darcy Ogondaga, and Twitter at Darcy Ogondaga, aka X. Okay, so I will play just a small portion of that live on my Instagram and invite people to watch the full video on YouTube. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Talk to you next time. Bye.